Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Neremik, and this is the 7th day of Neremik, I think. Maybe it's 6th. But yes, we're doing the yearly Q&A. I would do a setup tour, but it's pretty much the same as last year's, and I don't think I've changed much in editing my videos, which means we are basically doing another Q&A, so I'm not doing this in the new year like I would normally do. Which means, haha, I asked you for some questions. Some of you asked me some very questionable questions. Some of you actually asked me decent questions, and some of you literally just sort of listed questions throughout the year. And because I don't get a lot of comments on my videos, I'm able to somewhat just sort of go through, find any questions I've been asked, and read them. So, let's really get into this. So coming in at number 1, this was back in July. What the hell is up with your headphones? So, I don't have them on me right now, but I am having to use my old pair of headphones. I have detailed this in an episode of Animal Crossing, but I don't think everyone watches that series, so it's only fair I explain it here. Basically, for those of you who don't know, where I used to record is when I got my current pair of headphones, and don't worry, they're getting replaced in 4 days as of recording this. Which, basically, there was a fireplace behind me, meaning there was like tiles, and there was a corner, and I kept dropping them on the corner, so that eventually the sort of cables had enough. One ear cut came out the top. Another part got cut through, so we had to duct tape it together, and the wire was coiled, so it was like awful, and we kept trying to undo it, and every time we did, we made it worse. So basically, the headphones now are unusable. So I've had to go back to these. They are no by means perfect. Like, for example, if I was to put them on now, like they don't block out a lot of noise. They feel very cheap, and they feel like a vice on my head, but they have a little cool logo. So that was familiar in this year. Okay, moving up to the Discord for the next one. What is the one game that you want to play on this channel currently, but are currently unable to do so? So this is something, again, I think I've mentioned in Let's Plays, but I don't think it's exactly been phrased this way. So again, it's no fault of any of you guys. Like I said, it's just sort of buried there. But I have to say, one game I would really like to play. Like I said, I've already started Skyward Sword. Like, I would like to play Just Dance, but I get claimed, and I don't have enough space to do it. So, Just Dance, just for the jokes, probably. But as you can see over there, I have GameCube and PS2. Like, the Xbox, PS3, and Switch, they're all fine. But just the GameCube and PS2, and the Dreamcast, I've already played through Sonic Adventure. Actually, I'd probably say Shenmue, actually, because I say I'm not able to do it yet, but I'm getting some HDMI Dreamcast cables, so we'll see. But as for the GameCube and PS2, I got a load of PS2 games, and one of them was Shadow the Hedgehog, which comes right after Sonic Heroes. But I just don't have the adapters in order to record a PS2 signal, so I don't have one of the beefy PS3s that can play PS2 games, so sadly, can't play through Shadow the Hedgehog. I really actually want to play through Sonic 06 if I can't do that, and I got a copy of that years ago for 99p on eBay, but I just can't find it. Like, I think someone legitimately threw it in the trash. But yeah, those are like the 3 things I may want to do. I'd like to play through Resident Evil 7, but 1, I'm a massive wuss. Again, this is the same with other Five Nights at Freddy's games. I would like to play through the rest of them, but I'm a massive wuss. I'm not good at horror games, and especially for Resident Evil 2, that's on the Dreamcast, I don't have the cables for it. Okay, moving on to number 3, this is a bit more recent. Where have you been? So, for those of you who don't know, I sort of went away for a bit, uploaded Sonic Unleashed on the 18th of November, then cut up for 3 weeks, then left, and it started mostly around the time that I uploaded the Animal Crossing review. I sort of slowed down my content, made that, and then I just stopped. There was a number of factors in that. Those of you who don't know, in England we do GCSEs, which is basically our finals. What grade you get, which is from 9 to 1, 9 is the best, 1 is the worst, basically dictates your future. If you don't get those grades, you can't go to somewhere else to get higher courses with better grades, if that makes sense. So if you do bad in English, you can't get into an English place and improve your English thing and get employed. So you actually have to retake, and it's a pain in the ass. And people started applying to colleges, and I have especially in it, and I have to actually legitimately give them some predicted results. So because I've just done my mock exams, and I want to get into this college, so it'll let me do the career I want, which is game and software development, basically I had to fucking sweat these exams. I think I had 4 hours on one website alone of geography revision, like another hour in class, a couple hours in school, maybe 1 or 2 at home while I wasn't on that website. It was pretty insane how much I did, and like because of the amount of interest, I've made this analogy before. The more stress school makes me, the more time I need to unwind. I'm not saying that videos don't make me stressed. I'm just saying they're harder to make when I'm stressed because my mind can't flow. It just keeps like okay. Flashback to the 100 subscriber special, which someone did ask me this question, and I will get around to that. That's one of the last few actually, but I was very tense about uploading because as a result of uploading that, as a result of uploading that, a load of people found out about my channel, and I was really tense about recording because at that point, I still swore like a fucking sailor, and, I still played some games with people like, oh, you play Sonic? Ooh, yuck. And you're making fun of other people. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, I have been a Leafy clone a couple of times, and one time people found out. Which was probably the worst time. But, okay, moving along, someone have asked me before 12 Days in Neremik, what is going to be your top 10 list for this year, because I try to aim to make a top 10 list every year. Last year I made 2, Ace Attorney Cases, top 10 games v2. Year before that, I think it was top 10 games v1. This year I'm proud to announce we're doing the top 10 games version 3, because I have found a lot more games. I'm going to include honorable mentions this time. I'm going to get rid of the stuff which really shouldn't have been in there. Like, looking back on last year's, seeing how I put Virtue's Last Reward in there after not playing it for 5 years, and my explaining is sort of shady, and I can't remember, it was sort of, I'm not going to say what happens, because I don't know what happens in the game. That's why I'm able to replay it. Like, my reasoning was really shoddy, so I'll say one of the games is taking its rightful throne. But yes, so we are redoing a top 10 games list again. So someone else asked me, we're moving over to Instagram here, because, someone decided to Instagram me it. I don't know why I mentioned it to them, they sent it me later. Okay, so that is, if I can find that. Okay, here we are. Okay, any future series you're planning besides, obviously, the continued ones? So, for those who don't know what they mean, because I had to ask them this, basically, for example, Phoenix Wright, that's going to keep going. Zero Escape, that's going to keep going. Sonic, that's going to keep going. And Animal Crossing, that's going to keep going. But stuff like The Sims, which I've moved on for, Five Nights at Freddy's, which I've moved on from, those sort of series, what do they mean? What's coming after that? So I always kept saying that I was going to do a GTA story mode thing for myself, and that has never worked out. I want to play SimCity 2013 because I've mentioned that in 2 top 10 games reviews, and I don't feel like making a review for it because a lot of other people have pretty in-depth reviews as to why it's good, but not really good. So yeah, I think other people have done my job better, and they're sort of agreeing mostly with their opinions, just with a few tweaks. So that's definitely one thing. I played that on my first channel, which is really old, so that'd be a nice throwback after DLC as well. What else? I would like to play the other Five Nights at Freddy's games and all those other things, but obviously they aren't coming. Game Dev Tycoon, I really want to do that, but they may... I was actually getting ready to record it, and it downloaded an update, and the GUI is unusable for me. Like, they redesigned it, so it's like the mobile version on all of them. Like, think Minecraft Windows 10 edition. They made it like that, and I sort of went, yeah, like, I was... Okay, this is actually really topical, because this came back, like, a few months ago. I remember mentioning this at the end of the video, that I would play a game called Restaurant Express for Streets, which is a really old Facebook game, revitalized by a group of Russian people that pirated it and made their own version. Then they got sued and they went offline. Then they came back and they changed the name, changed a few things. Now they're going on their own roadmap, and because they're changing it, they will have to keep the game up. And the game was taken down that night, so I wasn't able to ever do it. Regardless of how fast I was able to record it, I was not going to make that into a full series, but I don't know, now I think it's actually sort of more feasible. I know a lot of people have nostalgia for that game. Fortnite as well, maybe. I could restart Fortnite Save the World. Of course, that would be devastating, because I have put far too many hours into that, and I would probably have to rebuy it, which, I mean, it's 50% off now, anyway. And, I might play City Skylines as well, just sort of contrast it with SimCity. I never got the full experience just from live streaming it. I might finish Minecraft Story Mode as well, so big list. It's a pretty damn big list. But yeah, the big backlog. I have a massive folder, but I can't reach it because OBS is open. But I have a big list, we'll say that much. Okay, moving along. Getting into the final 2 now. This is, will you ever complete Five Nights at Freddy's 4? You didn't complete the final night. See, that was actually on the original 12 Days of Neremik list, but I couldn't do it. Those of you who don't know what I'm on about, when I first began my channel, I played Five Nights at Freddy's 4 as one of my sort of flagship things to carry over from my old channel. And there was an extra night that I did not complete. And then lots of people have brought that up to me, saying, oh, to do that you should make doing this, that and the other. I'm not completing it, just because it's been that long. Like, I might do it for 300 subscribers, which we're getting close to. And, talking about goals, might as well move on to the final one right now, which is, how many subscribers do you want by the end of the year? This was asked in January, so, thanks. There are all weird questions as well that I don't really want to answer. Most of them were just people pissing around in Discord. Yeah, so goals for the end of the year. I want it to be feasible. I think 12 Days of Neremik might push me up to 280. I aimed for 300 by the end of this year, but I think mock exams especially, like the stress and the fact that that ate up more and more of my time, I made it basically unbearable. Because I had to choose. I had set series. I couldn't be doing one-offs because I heavily edit one-offs. But if I did a series, then I wouldn't be able to play games, and then I wouldn't be able to play other games to unwind, and I'd be stuck and I'd have to revise more and more and more. That's more stress, and later when I play a game, I'm like, I'm behind on my uploads, I'm behind on what uploads. It basically just sort of spiraled. So, yeah, I can see I've had massive dips in this year, so 300 isn't possible. I'd really like 280 though. Like, YouTube gave me a couple subscribers back that they falsely removed. I'm getting more and more views on my videos as well, especially Animal Crossing. A lot of the people getting nostalgic for that, like, especially because they've announced the one for Switch. So I want to say, I don't know how many views I have, but I hope it's 30,000. Like, that's my goal. And I want to say 280 subscribers. Like, how can we do that? Can we get a push of 5 people to subscribe? And I'm not sure I can get alt accounts. I actually want active people to subscribe, or people that will actively watch one series. Like, you know, and I know if one person likes one Sonic game, they might watch the rest. And if one person likes Animal Crossing, they're in for a fucking roller coaster. And if they like Ace Attorney, they're in for a fun time. Zero Escape, they're in for a fun time. And those one-offs, they can sort of snag people, and then they can hop on something else and can just sort of get pulled in. Like I said, I might do Hitman too, because that game seems pretty damn fun. I don't think my computer's powerful enough to run it though. But yeah, that's everything. So actually decent comments this time. We got one from Instagram, we got one from Discord, and the rest was either some that I wrote for myself, especially the "Where the hell have you gone?" That was one I saw in person. And yeah, a couple others were just off Twitter and whatnot. And yeah, but that's it. So if you enjoyed this video, then be sure to give it a thumbs up, plus to subscribe, turn on notifications, ring the bell, and leave a comment down below. But with that said, on the other side, thanks for watching guys. My name is Neremik, and peace out.